prices of basic goods going up, COVID-19 cases surging, and the Christmas season approaching, our kababayans can't help but get stressed over their finances. How can we manage our hard-earned money during these difficult times? Let's hear some solid advice from expert Randell Tiongson. Randell, thank you so much for joining us. We're now a year and a half into the pandemic. Many have lost their jobs. Many have used up their savings. Prices are on the rise. What should be our mindset as we continue to face these challenging times?
It's really such a challenging time for everybody, regardless of your status, because of the problems you are setting. The economy is not really fully open. Jobs are not there yet. I mean, even if you have a stable job, it's still you tend to worry a little bit. So at this point in time, it's really a challenging time. So what we do at this point is that we need to make sure that we will do with what we have. It means we need to try to reduce our spending, try to save more. I know it's very challenging. I know it's impossible for a lot of people, but we need to do it. At this point in time, we need to raise our defenses financially by saving more and being a little bit more, I guess, creative in trying to find ways for other sources of income. There's no straightforward answer. It's just the way it is right at this moment.
You mentioned looking for other sources of income, Randell, and during these uncertain times, many of our kababayans are also vulnerable to questionable investments because they want to make their savings grow. They don't want to leave it in a bank account that will only earn you 0.05% per annum, or in a time deposit, less than 1%.
That's a challenge right now, Rico. Because again, we're vulnerable. You want to make sure that you want to grow your money. So people are now looking for ways to grow their money faster. Unfortunately, there's no such thing at this point in time. So you are going to be prone to investment scams or maybe make unwise decisions with your money. So at this point in time, you really just have to wait it out and I guess be creative. For instance, you mentioned savings. You can now find savings that are going to be much higher than that through the use of, let's say, digital banks. Okay, a lot of people are using it now. It's giving you somewhere between 2.5% to as much as 4%. So that is 3, 4, 5 times more than what you normally get, and yet be still secured. It's still savings. So we just have to be very careful at where we put our money at this point in time.
You mentioned digital banks. Where are these digital banks, Randell?
Okay, some of them are real banks that they have a digital arm. Some of them are new banks. Some of them are, you can use your GCash, your ING, and I think there's 3 or 4 of them right now. They can offer higher interest rates because they don't have a lot of capex or capital expenditures. They don't have a lot of branches. I think one of them just have one. Some of them don't have branches. So therefore, the savings are being passed on to the investors. You just have to use your phone. It's really more for the younger tech-savvy guys to be able to use that. So I actually put money there myself.
And there are also these investment fads, Randell. Axie Infinity, cryptocurrencies. Is this for everybody?
Again, I'm not saying that these are investments that are very niche. Okay, they're very volatile, but they're also very promising at the same time. So a lot of people are being lured to it. Okay, cryptocurrency is a new thing. It's based on technology, Web 3.0. Everybody knows by this time. A lot of people know what the story about Bitcoin, and it's a viable way to invest. But you need to understand that investing there is for people who understand the risks and the volatility. Now, a newer play is that NFT, wherein you can play to earn. So that's something that's kind of new, and a lot of people like to play games. And if they can earn from it, then that's good. But we're still on that infantile stage. We don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know if this is sustainable. Right. But the use of cryptos and the use of digital, it's really part of our lives now.
And briefly, Randell, for our kababayans who are watching us right now, who have, let's say, 50,000 pesos of extra money to invest, how should they divide it up and where should they be putting that money?
Okay, so Rico, very important that first and foremost, you need to have an emergency fund. So, if you don't have that emergency fund, I'd recommend that you put that money there. I mean, just for savings, in case something happens, you have money that you can get. Now, if you have extra, I say 50,000 is already extra, then maybe you can take a look at other investments that are pretty good. example, like the stock market or mutual funds, UITFs, these are opportunities. No, yes, today, and I've been seeing the reports, it's not yet doing too well. But ultimately, as the economy recovers, as businesses begin to open, you would see your share price go up, and then you can make a little bit more money from that perspective. So again, it's still volatile, but it's not as volatile, let's say, as say cryptocurrency. So younger people with money that they can wait for the next 5-7 years, they can decide to invest in those kinds of instruments.
Registered financial planner Randell Tiongson, thank you so much for your advice.
Thank you, Rico.